So I got the Reflectex, also the radiant foil.
Oh yeah.
So that was another chore today that we got accomplished.
Yeah, that's
I kept
cool.
not finding it at any Lowe's or Home Depot, and then yours.
I knew right where it was.
Perfect.
I know my Lowe's inside and out.
Yeah.
You tell me what you need, I'll show you where it is.
Yep.
That was good.
So while you were doing some firewood, I got to do the back 4 windows of the van. So that's perfect.
That is looking good. You're
It's like quick too.
You're gonna be one of the bug out channels, whether you like it or not.
I don't know. It's more like a stealth camper van.
That's cool.
But you could call it a bug out vehicle.
I think a stealth bug out or camper vehicle is a very good idea, because anybody that goes out with a camouflage truck with machine guns all over it and everything is going to be a target.
Or a giant RV, a humongous, like one of those buses, like you see the
a converted bus. It's definitely a house going down the road. Yeah.
And plus you can't drive around things in those bigger vehicles.
Even my bug out vehicle, my camper, the truck camper, is obviously a camper.
Yeah, but it's still small enough that you can drive everywhere.
Well, I have had that off road through
fun.
Quite a bit of severe stuff with this truck, so I know what I can do. A lot of people say, well, you can't go everywhere with it. Well, there's not a lot I cannot do. Of course, I wouldn't want to do any river crossing. I wouldn't want to do any heavy-duty mudding.
No.
And driving over gigantic logs and stuff with it, but I can pretty much go through the forest with it. I have gone through the forest with it.
Oh yeah. I think I've seen it even drive around in these areas.
Yeah.
Picking up wood and stuff.
Yeah, so, I've got no problem with that. Talking with the camper on it, I've definitely had no problem.
Be glad when you get that back.
Yeah.
I kind of miss seeing it.
My truck? I love that truck so much.
Yeah.
I really...
Well, I'll be glad to see it back here.
Me too. I use it.
It was kind of sad seeing it at the shop.
I know.
I don't know why, but I wasn't expecting to see that truck at the shop for some reason. Even though that's why we were going there.
I know. It's very sad to see my truck sitting there.
I definitely wouldn't want to see my van sitting there.
Yeah.
Old van of white.
But I tried to start her again, and it spins freely. So I'm thinking more like catalytic converter, because whatever broke loose made a lot of grinding noise.
Torque converter.
Aha!
I was like, wait a minute, what kind of converter?
Yeah, the engine the vehicle won't drive because the catalytic converter is burnout. Yeah. No, torque converter. I think the torque converter let loose, and I'm hoping that's what it is, because when I try to start the vehicle, the starter isn't engaging.
Yeah, it's possible.
If the transmission broke, the starter would still turn the engine.
Yeah, but you should be able to start it up and leave it in park or something,
Yeah, but the starter won't engage, so that means that whatever broke loose threw the flywheel off track or something.
Yeah.
So it's not engaging. So, yeah, I'm hoping it's a torque converter.
And, sometimes it's a linkage, but it doesn't sound like it's just a linkage.
No.
Then it would just, you could tell kind of.
It was some horrible grinding noises.
Yeah, and that's not good.
Well, I'm coughing from the dryness outside. And the dryness was in here pretty bad.
That's a Chevy truck?
Yeah, 87 GMC.
Oh, it's GMC. It's similar.
Well, it's a Chevy 350.
Yeah. And it's got a 350 transmission on it, I'd say.
It's a 350 turbo transmission. Yeah. That's a good, solid transmission. Yeah. I don't think the transmission would... Those don't usually blow out like that.
And usually those can be rebuilt and things. They're not,
for sure.
They're not that...
That's a very common engine and transmission.
It's not like my old Jeep Wrangler. It had to be replaced, and a new clutch once every 2 years almost.
And that's what, at least $1,200 minimum?
Yeah.
Just
I spent $3,000 once.
Yeah.
But that was the Jeep Wrangler, so it's a little four-wheel drive weird, but it's a little more expensive.
Yeah, hopefully I'll get it back soon. I'm hoping they'll get it in and call me, tell me what it is, and I'm hoping they're going to tell me that it's a torque converter, and that's a simple... Yeah. That's really not as big a deal. If it's a transmission, I'm going to have it towed home and park it for a while, because I'll be done. That'd
be tough.
With the income, my income is down 70% this month. 70% down.
Just the January blues.
I was panicking, and then I talked to other YouTubers, and they all said the same thing. One guy's income was 85% down. And the reason is they build up October, November, December. Everybody's advertising. January, boom, nobody's advertising. So it has nothing to do with me or anybody. It has to do with the ads have dropped. The ad income overall has dropped. So, but I didn't foresee that. Next 3 months are going to be, I'll be eating boiled snow with twigs in it this next couple months. It's going to be fun.
Snow fleas. Snow flea tea.
Actually, I don't want to kill them.
Snow flea tea.
I just did a video on them recently.
Yeah, they're all over in New York.
They are thick, like unbelievable thick out here.
I always show those to guests on my trips as an unbelievable thing they probably never heard of.
And then they see them jumping around and they panic?
But yeah, sometimes someone's like, "Whoa, don't let it get on me," you know. But yeah, those are weird little creatures.
The first time I saw them, I was sitting down with a friend. I just said it on the video the other day. We were sitting down having a picnic lunch on a sunny day, or on a sunny, snowy day, and we were on the trail, and these fleas were jumping all over, chasing us. It looked like they were chasing us.
Yeah.
And we sort of freaked out and left. And I looked it up. Sure enough, snow fleas.
Yeah. Nothing to do with fleas, a lot to do with snow. And that's about it.
They look like fleas, and that's what
they pop like fleas. Popping.
Yeah. They're springtails. They come from a family of springtails.
Yeah.
And they have antifreeze in their bodies.
Yep. It's pretty neat. I kind of in line with all those organisms that live in the most extreme places, the bottom of the ocean, volcanoes. Like, you know, there's all these little microscopic organisms that live in those environments.
Yep.
Like, how can a bacteria live in an underwater environment that's, you know, a fumarole, like a vent for a volcano, you know?
That's just hard to believe.
Well, we saw it out west in Lassen Volcanic Park. Missy and I saw algae growing in a sulfur acid kind of environment that was boiling hot. And you could tell there was growing there.
I just don't see how.
Yeah. Snow fleas.
Relax, I'm just grabbing one of these. I should have had, I think I did myself some harm not having the moisture in here, but the ground froze, so I didn't have any snow. Yeah, it's 13% humidity in here. The ground froze.
Is this YouTube?
Hi, YouTube. Yeah, the ground froze outside, so I didn't have any water for my stovetop. So the humidity dropped to 13% in here.
I was doing pull-ups from all these overhangs earlier, but I'm tired now, so I'm not going to do any more.
You could now. It's all good.
Oh no. Awesome.
That barn beam right in the middle, that firmed up that walkway.
Guy? Oh yeah.
Dead center in the house, dead center in the catwalk between the two lofts. That's
pretty nice. Now. I like that.
I love it. I love the look. I love it. It smells like old barn.
Did you see that? Chief taught me to smell everything.
So a lot of things have changed since you've been here.
Oh yeah, this whole area looks awesome. The paneling over there and all the matching paneling.
Oh, I love it. I keep literally sitting here and staring. I mean, when I just stare at this place. I can't believe it. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
So all that behind the stairs you didn't see. The stairway closet under the stairway you didn't see. The coat rack behind your head you never saw.
Yeah, the coat rack looks great. I like those.
I really love how it looks. The hooks turn out amazing.
Yeah.
This is not done, but it's got. I'm going to close this off. Well, I'm going to cut some angled barnwood and close this off, and each end, and probably put a brace in the center. And then all my electronics, I'll have a cover plate, and all my accessories and power is going to be hidden. So I'll plug in my cigarette lighter like this.
Yeah.
So it'll be stealth, and I'll have my light switches on here, all recessed in this plate that I'm going to build.
Does this sound like a speaker?
That's a speaker I got. Never in my life have I done Black Friday sales. I mean,
yeah.
I've done. I have to reword that. I've done Black Friday sales, but never the doorbuster.
And you did it last year and this year.
I did Black Friday sales, but we went out we left home at like 9 o'clock in the morning. You didn't leave at 6 a.m.
No,
we left home at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And this time I went on Thursday night to the doorbuster at Walmart. and it was insanity.
Cool.
It was absolutely
And you pretty much have to
insane.
grab the best deal of whatever it is they have that you can grab.
You only have a chance to choose one item. Because everything else is going to...
People are running for the items so quickly.
They're lined up.
Yeah.
Walmart now doesn't do the doorbuster. Walmart now allows you in, and they line you up. There's security guards everywhere. There's a clerk at every stand. Each and every stand has one item. And there's a clerk there.
So they have stands set up for every on-sale thing. And there's only so many things that are on the really good sale.
Right, but they had one rack for every individual, and they were all separate from each other.
I've never seen that before.
It's relatively new. It stops the stampedes.
At least one person didn't get stomped to death.
There was a $5 SD card that I wanted
that'd be good.
for my security systems.
Yeah.
All right, there was a $5 SD card, and I wanted 2 of them. And my mom was waiting in line. Fortunately, my mom was done with what she was getting was already just out there.
Gotcha.
And I asked her to stand in line for the other SD cards I wanted. And I thought, well, maybe it's going to be hot and heavy. Well, when they said, okay, go, these young girls, teenagers, went, whoa, and all you saw was arms and hair flying.
Wow.
And there's this massive rack full of SD cards, okay? And I mean, literally, I had tunnel vision, and all I saw, it was weird, I saw nothing else. I've never experienced this before. All I saw was one hook with SD cards that was left, and it was up higher. And I reached over the girls, over their heads, and I grabbed, and I had a handful. And I had a smile starting to form on my face, and I went to look at them, and all of a sudden, whoop, they're gone.
Dang.
Out of my hand, there's a lady next to me. I didn't even see her face. This tunnel vision, I had this big a view of the world. My tunnel vision followed to her hand and saw the SD cards, and then I had this pitiful voice. All I wanted was 2.
Wow.
And she slammed 2 in my hand and says, there's your 2, and took off.
Wow.
I was like, humanity is doomed.
Yeah.
It's over.
There should be some kind of punch people rule. You know? If you don't start none, won't be none is the
30
is the rule.
seconds. 30 seconds, and it was done.
Wow.
And they were scattered. There wasn't anybody there anymore. 30 seconds, and it was over with.
I've been looking at different things, because I've been to several different Walmarts since Christmas, on my road trip, staying in the van and stuff. And I go to the same aisles to see what is in stock. And almost every Walmart was completely pillaged of all these same items.
Uh-huh.
And even now, some of the Walmarts still look the same after Christmas. But Best Buy has everything in stock somehow.
It's because it's not the first place to go.
Exactly. And also, Best Buy must have a monopoly on some of the stock, I think. Or they just have so much of it, there's not enough to go around.
They might have more stock in the back.
Exactly.
And they also probably... Walmart, when Walmart gets gutted one day, they have to reorder that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
When
I thought it was kind of neat, though.
Hurricane Sandy and Irene
Ooh.
was amazing to go to the Walmart, and it looked like it really shows you a post-apocalyptic scenario.
Definitely. Empty shelves, no water, no duct tape, no nothing like that.
No batteries, no candles.
No candles.
Nothing at all. I couldn't find any butane, the camp stove fuel,
ones.
the camp fuel. And I got lucky because I went to the plumbing section and got the plumbing cans.
They fit, the blue ones.
And I only needed like a couple, and there was this little old lady. She had no heat for her home, and so I said, "Psst, come here," and I gave her some.
Nice.
Because there was only a few left, so I grabbed 2 or 3 I needed and gave her the rest. But that was like really, that's real post-apocalyptic scenario.
Definitely.
That was, and they were gutted for 2 weeks.
What was it? All the protest in the city got kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And so I went ahead and stocked up 2 weeks, before anything happened. And nothing's happened, but it's always fun to have your cabinet stocked up.
It's always good and safe.
Yeah. If you get stuff you eat every day anyway, then you won't lose out on it.
Look at up in upstate New York when they got 8 foot of snow overnight.
Yeah.
If you weren't stocked up, you're done.
So this,
How long is it going to take to shovel out a car under 8 feet of snow?
yeah, that's tough. So during those protests, it was kind of crazy. I heard helicopters, which is not unusual, and I was like, "Oh, that's weird." And I heard a little bit more, and then Missy says, "Well, I'm going to go down to the store. There's a local Gristedes." She's like, "I'm going to get a couple things for dinner. I'll be right back." And I went, "All right." 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, 2 minutes after she walked downstairs, I heard this odd sound.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What is that sound?" And I looked out the window and my heart hit the floor. I was totally stunned.
Boy.
Lexington Avenue, from side to side, shoulder to shoulder, completely packed with protesters. And they were moving, they were like 5 blocks long and completely deep as the whole street, going north with like all these fire trucks and stuff. I had the baseball bat by the door. You know, who knows if somebody's going to decide to kick doors in.
Yeah, right.
And my wife was on the other side and she didn't take her phone.
Oh.
I was just like, ah! We have a new rule. If you hear helicopters, you're not allowed to go outside. You know? No one is.
I actually still have...
Like, how close was that?
I
Like,
still
that
have
many
a fear
people.
of helicopters because of the military. It's
Well,
weird.
Yeah.
The helicopters was one of the biggest dangers to an Abrams tank because it's not so armored on top.
It's like the tank killers.
Yes.
The A1s, I think they're called.
They programmed it into us so heavily. I'm still scared of helicopters. It's
Yeah.
weird. Not as bad as it used to be. It used to be when I heard a helicopter, I would take cover. Now I just feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Well, on Long Island, it's just rich people, but in the city, you got to pay attention.
Living in New York City helped me get over helicopter fear because they were everywhere.
Yeah, it's odd that they all hover over our place.
You must be in a bad spot.
No, it was because of the protesters.
Oh, that.
And it's not that they went to any particular spot in my neighborhood. They went from downtown all the way to the Bronx.
Yeah.
Like, that's never been done as far as I know. Usually the protests happen near City Hall.
That's quite a long march, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that was crazy. I hope it doesn't get any crazier than that, definitely. But that's the excitement of living in the city.
I had a really, really cool experience. It was just like being in a movie.
Yeah.
A guy had knifed somebody
Ooh.
at work, I think it was, and then ran home taking a hostage with him and then shut his doors. And I think I can't remember, I think they said he had a gun. And he was in his house and he was only 2 blocks away from me.
Yeah, that'll shut down your street, for sure.
The cool thing is, everybody was in hiding. I asked around what's going on, and I think I asked, there's fully armored
Like SWAT team, yeah.
with
machine guns. Yep.
and
I see them sometimes.
I said, what's going on? And they told me, which I was surprised. Okay.
Yeah.
And then they didn't tell me to get off the street. And this was before my YouTube days. I was recording the whole thing. I showed it to my parents. My dad was a cop his whole life, right? So
Nice.
I'm recording this stuff. And it was like being in a movie. There's an armored vehicle in front of the
That's
house.
Cool.
It looks like military soldiers all over the place.
Yeah, that
and
is cool.
I just sat there and watched and recorded the whole thing. Then they sent in the what do you call it? The guy that tries to talk him down.
The negotiator.
Negotiator. And he got the guy out. He talked him out.
That's cool.
But to stand there and watch that, just 2 blocks from my house. I mean, I stood there on his block, a ways away. I was, watching it at an angle. It was really cool.
Definitely.
Oh, and then I loved being on the trains when the train got stopped, and you have cops running past with a pistol, running right past your face, drawn out, locked and loaded, running past your face, chasing somebody.
Either that or a breakdancer doing flips inches in front of your face.
I prefer
I
the
thought
cops.
that was kind of cool.
I prefer the cops to the breakdancers.
I like the mariachis and the breakdancers.
Because the breakdancers, you never know if they're going to fall and kick somebody.
I haven't seen it happen.
I've never seen it.
But they do that thing where they hook up together and roll, and they actually avoid the bars while they're going.
I can't believe. The train is moving, everything's shaking, there's bumps, rough, curves.
They're jumping over each other.
I've never seen anybody get hurt.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And in New York
Only in New York.
New York is cool, I have to say. You see a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of action.
Yeah, I get it a lot. Why do I live there? because it's my home. You know.
I got tired of the tension though. To me, there was a little bit busy. After I came to the country, I really relaxed. Everybody that knew me saw the difference.
Well, you see, I've been gone since Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, so I get out enough. I know I should be in the city because when I get back to the city, I'm like, I'm home. That's when you know you're supposed to be there.
I can't comprehend that.
Well, that's when you know but also my wife is from the city.
Yeah.
Her parents live a block away from us.
Yeah.
You know, our church owns our building kind of deal.
Yeah, you got a nice setup.
Yeah, it's
That's
old school
nice.
New York, you know?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good neighborhood.
Otherwise, we wouldn't live there because we couldn't afford it. We
Yeah.
can't, if we moved across the street, our rent would triple. I mean, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
Triple is, yeah.
Yep, record is still going well. Full battery.
And the baby cat is over there taking the director's seat.
Yeah, baby cat, what do you think? Are we doing it right?
Let's see.
Here, big cat. Let me see something. Wait.
Oh,
Don't you hiss
careful,
at-
she'll bite you now.
Don't
She's
you, hey.
hissing. Hey, come here. What are you doing? Hissing at people.
Because I was attacking her?
Yeah. Well, you know why? You got her from behind,
Yeah.
baby
I
cat.
gotta be quicker.
Hey, what are you doing hissing at people? Huh?
Blink.
Put those pointy ears back normal. Yeah, you surprised her. Grabbed her from behind. Didn't see
She's
that.
got a nice hiss.
She's got a
That
nice
wouldn't be my
hiss?
first hiss.
What?
I've been hissed at plenty.
She's got a nice hiss?
You didn't
God,
hear?
Yeah, I heard it. I didn't think of it as a nice hiss.
Yeah, it was pretty fierce.
Oh, you mean, okay. You're a fierce
It was
baby.
a good one.
You're cool, huh?
For a tiny little cat, she can be scary.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
You don't want a cat really
She went
getting
ballistic
pissed.
on me once.
Oh yeah, I've had it happen before. No.
She had, she got attacked by a cat once. And beat up bad when I was living in an apartment still.
Yeah.
She was young. And she went ballistic on me, and I had bloody ribbons for hands.
I was carrying a cat and it flipped out once. Because I was taking it from one apartment to another, we were moving.
Yeah.
And it was just a walk. And man, right in the middle of the walk it went, slice your wrist, bleeding everywhere, you know? Her name was Hobbs. We had a Calvin and Hobbs at the time.
Cats they can be terrible weapons.
What is your problem? Come here.
She's nervous. Oh. She doesn't know you enough yet.
I already had her a few times though.
Yeah, she's
I
just...
shouldn't play with her while she's mad. Come here. Just come. Come on.
No, you're done now. She's gonna calm down.
I'll get you back.
See your tail?
Come on.
She does like you, or she wouldn't even come close.
No. See that it's the same
Look at my
reason that
floor. What she's done to my floor.
What is it?
Look at all the cat claw marks.
Oh yeah, every now and then she just
No, what I love.
jumping.
I love it. I love a hardwood floor or a slippery floor with a cat.
Oh yeah.
It's like in the cartoons. She gets going and her feet are running like mad and she's not moving. It's hilarious.
Hey, cat. What's going on?
Well, I'm gonna shut off the camera for the night. Well, everybody, just want to let you know it was a good day and got a lot accomplished. So sorry there wasn't a lot of video, but thanks for coming over, Joe.
Yeah,
And
no problem.
Thanks for all the help. It's always good to see a good friend come out and show and tell. I got to see your traveling house on wheels.
Yeah.
That's cool.
My van down by the river.